Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
You're gonna rock your socks. You're gonna rock your socks off. Isn't that right, Josh? You can call it socks or art or art.
We're gonna be for half an hour for this introduction.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh my god, the anxiety, the stress.
It's back. It's so much
Oh my
easier.
god. I'm like,
I'm sitting
I'm
on
flustered.
this computer. Well,
No, we'll be right. I think
hey dude, well, I finally got a new fat miniature the other day.
a fat miniature,
fat
like a literal fat one, or like an actual good miniature.
A good miniature. It's like, I haven't even opened it up yet and stuck it together, but it's a dragon. Probably about...
Oh, we need. Oh shit.
Why did I have to fall on art?
I think it's just like getting used to like
Set like
talking to
looking
you
at
while
you. Yeah.
recording. Look into my eyes.
Why is it so hard as soon as you turn the microphone on?
Today, guys, we're going to talk about how fucking awkward it is for the first time speaking together at the same spot. Because this is the first time experience for me, and I think it's the same for Josh as well, first time.
Well, you know we've talked in podcasts before. It's not the first time talking together, but
Or
it's
in
in
real
front
life.
of each other
Well,
with the mic turned on.
Yeah, it's more of the mic aspect that I think is more a bit hard for us. So you'll probably hear us laugh at each other for no freaking reason. But that's the whole point of doing it, is to have a bit of fun, have a go, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
So I can already hear my different voice when the mic turns on, but I think as the episodes go on, we'll be a bit more relaxed and more of a conversation than a pinpoint here with all the questions and stuff like that. So I think it's just warming up. So we're just getting started.
Yeah, that's it. But also, it's our first time without headphones on.
Yeah, but I think we're in front of each other, so it's not like it's making a difference at all. But
it is, because we can see the red light on the bloody mic.
I know, and it's quite scary once we turn that red dot on. But no, I think we've got a subject today, which is a bit of arts and crafts, where Josh has a few miniatures and stuff like that he paints and all that. So I'll let him have a discussion and give us a bit more information about it, because I got no idea.
You're not an artistic person? You're an artistic person.
I'm an artistic person, but it's more of the fact of I don't know how to do it, but I've got ideas.
Well, that's the thing. That's where it comes down to. I heard a good saying once. If you are out of your comfort zone, like playing a guitar, if you play a guitar, right? Say if you can play, I don't know what the strings are called. We call them A, B, and C. Right?
Most songs with guitars start with Smoke on Water.
Well, I didn't even know that.
Oh, really? That's the first song most people learn.
Oh, Smoke on the Water is like dun 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 dun.
Yes.
Dun. I can play that.
I can, but
But
probably
you know
not
how you
anymore.
move your hand up and down?
Yeah.
And then the way I learned was I strummed all strings.
Yeah.
And then I was with some person a long time ago trying to teach me. And then, yeah, I was, I couldn't get down onto other strings and I couldn't play other strings individually. And that's actually stepping outside of your comfort zone and even stuffing up like that and failing is actually teaching you. Because if I just stayed at the same song going dun 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 dun,
Holy shit, that's bringing back memories.
but like I wouldn't progress anyway. So you might as well go outside those own comfort zones. And that's the same with my miniature painting and stuff. Like I took a break for a little while. I jumped back in the other day and I was like, I'm going to look at glazing again. Because glazing is like just a form of method where you drop the opacity of a colour and do lots of thin layers to blend them into. So I've got a light green as my highlights, and then I've got a mid green as in just my normal light, and then I've got a brown as my shadows.
Yep.
And to blend them all in. And we're working in a space of about a centimetre, maybe a centimetre and a half.
Geez,
So-
Krispy Kremes have got a good job then, because they got so much more space than
And it's one colour.
that. Clear.
But yeah, so it's kind of just like I came back to it, and before I was absolutely crap at glazing, but now I'm fine.
No, it's good. So then, see, I could never understand how people could paint something so small. Like, it's like they need magnifying glasses.
There's people that do.
Yeah, but like, that's like with gems with like crystals and diamonds and stuff. Like, they wear those special glasses so they can see.
The reflection of light or something
Yeah,
like
and like in like the outside, and then I'm like, well, how the hell do you hold it? They got tweezers that have tweezers in the tweezers.
that. Well, maybe they have like light that reflects at different angles, so they probably have like a light that's on the bench, maybe a light that's 45
And I
degrees.
think that's why they use like those cushion pads on the,
Yeah.
table as well. So it's like also it doesn't hurt the precious diamond, but like it because it's black, you can see the reflection because there's so many lights blaring onto that one pad.
Yeah.
So I think that's where those glasses help a lot, so
Yeah.
they can use it to their advantage.
Well, I've never worn a magnifying glass on my miniatures, but there's been times where I've felt like I'm going cross-eyed.
Wait till you hit about 40, mate. You're gonna have to start using glasses because you won't be able to read the text on the newspaper.
My old man's got a magnifying glass like the size of his head.
Yes, he.
And it has lights on around it as well. So
Oh, really?
he holds it up and he can see like that 1.5 centimeter area blows up to like 10 centimeters, and
That's
it's got
crazy.
light at all the angles, so he can really focus in.
But just because it's lit up and it's zoomed in doesn't mean it's easy. Because like
No.
you've still got to like you think it's so big, doesn't mean you can paint 30
Yeah.
centimeters of the size it is.
Well,
you only
the
have
bristles
like
of the brush get bigger as well. When
yeah,
you
like
put
they're
it
the
in.
size of the area
Yeah.
because of how small it is. So shit.
But I like it. I like airbrushing.
Yeah,
So
like
with the air gun.
like a spray gun.
Yeah, so, but my one's like crap, so I got a crap compressor, and my gun clogs up all the time.
Yeah, but do you also do paintbrush as well?
Yeah, well, I mainly airbrush so I prime my miniatures grey, and then from underneath I just put pure black. So when you look at the miniature, it looks grey.
Yeah.
If you held the miniature and looked from directly underneath, all the underparts are black, so it enhances the shadows.
But don't you like also prime it grey or white?
I prime it grey.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't have to spray at a 45 degree or a 90 degree grey with my airbrush, because it's already primed. The whole thing's primed grey.
Ah, so it kind of minuses a step then.
Yeah, pretty much. And then after that, I turn the miniature so I'm looking from the top down, and I spray pure white, so it enhances the highlights.
Oh shit. Well,
So yeah, it's called zenithal highlighting.
yeah, but like even before you're always gonna prime it no matter what you do,
Yeah.
but you're gonna have to like envision how you're gonna paint this thing before you even put the first color on.
A lot of like professional painters will go on the web, find like a person, and then they'll get their colors. Then they'll use like Adobe Illustrator or some other painting program, and then they'll choose 3 colors for say
Yep.
a purple cloak.
Like their primaries.
No,
is it
not
like
not primary, just 3 colors that they want to use. So a
Yeah,
purple cloak.
like their main colors, like their
Yeah.
primary colors that they want to use.
Yeah, pretty much. So they'll go purple cloak, and then they might do, the cloak has been really weathered, been out in the rain because he's been travelling for distances of, 3 years.
Yeah.
Right? And then they go, and he's been travelling in wet areas, and for some reason they want to put moss on his cloak. So then they'll do a tinge of green, and then they'll do a tinge of brown for dirt or something like that, and then they'll blend it all in on the computer first, and then they'll go to their miniature and do it.
Yeah, so it's like designing before printing in a
But
way.
man, I can't be bothered doing that.
Nah, fuck that. I'd just wing it. I'd probably by the halfway through, I'd be like, "What am I doing?"
No, but like I choose my colours still, so I have all my colours, and I go, all right, well I want his cloak purple, and then I want a lighter purple highlight, and then I might choose a different color or a dark purple shadow,
Yeah.
but that black's already going to enhance it anyway.
Yeah.
And then I'll just have to blend. I just skip the whole research step kind of thing at the moment.
Yeah, because, like, have you ever done those, like, those what are they called? Like,
Not the porcelain dolls, they scare the shit out of me.
Are
My mother-in-law had a whole room stacked full of porcelain dolls.
you serious?
And I walked in, the first time I walked in there, and I grabbed my wife and I'm like, get me the hell out of here.
We're not staying in this house any longer.
I don't believe in possession or ghosts or anything like that, but I swear to God, that house was possessed, like, with dolls.
Yeah, but, like, do you know how, like, if you go to a $2 shop or whatever, and they have those little painting kits?
Yeah.
With the, like, what's it called? It's like pottery, like the hard stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the hard white thing. Well, anyways.
You get, like, characters from it.
Yeah,
and stuff
right.
like that, yeah.
Well, me and my fiance, when COVID hit, we did, like, competition of who could paint the best. Tell me never to do that again. Because, like, I thought I was a good painter. And then I had this envision. I had a dragon. I was like, fuck yeah. And I was halfway through the dragon, and it looked like nothing I wanted it to look like. I was like, why is it not look? And then I look at my fiance and I go, wow, yours actually looks real. Mine looks like it's just been shat on by a unicorn. And I'm surprised there's no fucking sprinkles or cupcakes coming out of it itself. So, like, but I just... No.
Just a bit of slip, slop, slap. That'll be alright.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? It's gonna be purple, and then it's gonna have, like, these light blue to orange flames on it and stuff like that. Do you think I could get that bitch to blend so it actually look good?
It would have gone, like, straight from purple to, like, light blue. There was, like, no merge in between.
It literally looked like Barney had a fucking fight with a bikie gang and literally was like, you know what? I'll do both. Like, it just didn't work. And then hers is like, you know, pink. That's got, like, it actually really looked real. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
because she's really artistic and is really good at drawing and painting and stuff like that. Like, we've done a few Bob Ross videos, and mine looks the opposite of Bob Ross's, and hers actually look like his.
Like Bob Ross, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen his videos?
Yeah, we used to watch them to go to sleep.
Oh, really?
But then I was like, it's kind of
such his calm voice all the time.
Yeah, but
A bit monotone.
Yeah, and it was kind of creepy thinking of an old man watching me while I sleep. So I was like,
I'm gonna paint you while you sleep, child.
I'll be your French girl that you paint naked.
Yeah. Just lay there in style. Can you get that arm up a bit?
Yes, I'll put it under my pillow more. And have you ever played Mr. Squiggle as a kid at school?
Oh no, I don't remember playing that.
Really? So, I don't know if everyone that's probably listening probably knows Mr. Squiggle. If not, it's a game where someone that's actually not playing squiggles on a board, and once that person's finished squiggling, the two people that are versing each other have to make a picture out of it, like draw a picture out of it, and then whoever has the best, everyone votes and blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't win.
I just leave the squiggle up there.
I go, you know what? If I touch that, it's gonna look shitter than what it actually came out from the other person's hand. Alright, so, but I come up with some funny ones, but they don't win because I still can't.
That's like
draw.
me and Cards Against Humanity.
Oh.
Like, I always think I've got a good one, and someone always has that better card that they played. I'm like, what do I even play? Fuck. I'm like throwing my cards.
Yeah. You know what? We should play Cards Against Humanity for an episode.
Yeah, that'll be a good one, eh?
Like, that would be cool. Maybe we can get a few listeners in and we can all, like, do one big call.
Yeah.
Or even one big meeting and have a few drinks and do a big Cards Against Humanity. Don't ask me. Well, I'm going to have to play, but I can't read for shit, so you're going to have to help me with a few words.
That's right. Daddy will be by your side.
Come on, mate. You're about to touch my foot.
But like, I was never like, you know, the bee's knees when I started painting. I remember I painted from a zombie side, one of my board game collections, and I painted one of these zombies, and I thought I did a really cool job. So I took a photo, joined the zombie side community on Facebook, put it up, and I
slaughtered you.
I chose to do this guy with brown dress shoes because I've got a pair of brown dress shoes that I wore for my wedding, and some dude commented, was like, "Why'd you give him brown dress shoes? He doesn't have working steel cap boots." And I'm like, what a dickhead! Like, have you not worn brown dress shoes before?
Have you not had a fucking imagination?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's what they're for.
But now, if I bring that exact figure out, I still got him. He looks like trash, man.
You're like, nah, fuck that guy. Post him up again.
Have a look at my catapult that I did 3 years later.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is actually like my pride. I've painted a dragon. Well, not
Yeah.
I painted a hydra, and I did purple as well.
Yeah.
But it's kind of when I knew how to do some fading techniques. So I did like black top with purple belly. So the purple kind of faded into the black. And I printed him myself with my 3D printer, and he looks boss.
But then you also printed that giant kraken.
Yeah, I'd like to get that back off my old man.
Yeah. Why has he painted it?
No, I need him to bog it up. So, because the pieces connect together, you have like you'll have like gaps in it. So I need him to gap fill it first.
Yeah.
And then send it back.
But wouldn't it suck, like, you're halfway through and you fuck it up?
I did.
No, like painting.
Oh, because I use acrylic paint, so you can paint over it or wash it or whatever.
Oh, so you could just spray it white again.
Yeah.
But what if you used a black? You'd have to do a few coats of
Yeah,
white.
I'll just have to spend a bit more.
Oh, so it'd be a lot thicker
And
though.
also, I use really watered down, or like I thin my paints out. So I do it all the time. Like, I'll go outside my boundary zone. I always have like a spare dry brush next to me, and I soak up that paint, rub it off, soak it up, and then until I've got all that paint that I've missed,
Yeah.
or like I've put elsewhere.
Oh, that's alright.
But at the moment, I'm kind of like getting into like some craft stuff. I'm just creating some D&D tiles at the moment, because this guy, Black Magic Craft, he's just a freak. He creates like full on like churches and, you know, cathedrals and stuff out of foam.
Yeah, but like that would be like his job. In a
It
way.
is. He actually he was a sound technician for bands and concerts,
Yeah.
and then he went to like a D&D night and just fell in love with D&D, and he had a child, and he couldn't like sit in his garage rocking out to music for his job. Like, he had to play music and fine tune it or something like that. I don't know what he actually did, but he had to do something in his garage, but he had a newborn, so he couldn't do that. And so he started crafting for his D&D campaigns, and he decided to whack a YouTube channel up and start off like us, like, you know, nothing, and now he's huge.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, there's a big community for it all.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't played a game of D&D before. Josh has. He keeps nagging me, so I'll have to go one day.
I think the concept for me is like, I'm a very social person, and I like socializing in front of people, and that's my main catch for it. Like, I get to use my imagination. I get to be a 9-year-old kid in a 29-year-old body, and just come up with some wacky ideas. And I like the concept that you're not, like, you know, when we play video games, you have boundaries, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't, if you go outside the exclusion zone, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Because it's made like, it's programmed like that. As in this, you can just go to your DM and be like, "Oh, dude, I kind of want to go off to like that village where everyone's." He's like, "All right, then if you have a really good DM, he'll make a private session with you and just have your own campaign, and then you can come back to the group."
Yeah, that's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, like it's really limited to your imagination and your time.
But that also depends on your dungeon master as well.
Yes, correct.
Because if your dungeon master doesn't want to be like negotiable with you or everyone, and he just wants to be an asshole and do his own thing, well, not everyone's going to
The
enjoy
Dungeon
it.
Master's like a ref.
Yeah.
That's
But he
pretty
guides the whole game.
Yeah.
So, like, he tells you where you're actually going and all that. So, if people...
Sort of, because I've had, like, I run a few D&D campaigns, and I've tried to steer them towards one way, and they've just gone the complete opposite. I'm like, lucky I prepared for that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they were just lucky because
You
I
need
played
a
a
plan
map.
B.
Yeah, and it was pretty funny, actually. I've tried to wipe out a few characters before, and they've just, like, because I make them roll for a lot of things just to try and incorporate the characters in and the players and that.
Yeah.
And they just roll what you call nat 20s, which is the highest number you can roll, and you're like,
Fuck you.
well, you just screwed me in the bum.
so innocently.
Yeah.
Like,
I was playing with Timmy, right, when my very first time I was DM.
Yeah.
I said to Tim, I'm like, I've got this really cool idea. You're actually going to be captured at the start, so all the characters don't know that, you know. And then the characters were, all right, so is he tied up? Yeah, he's tied up. And, you know, Alex,
yeah.
well, because Alex is super smart, but he's also a super smart ass. And Tim could get out if he could say a spell.
Yeah.
But before he did that, Alex was like, nah, I'm going to gag him. So he couldn't even say a spell in the end to get out of his captured zone. And it really screwed me over. I'm like, well, guards start coming because the guards were going to, like, free him. And they're like, well, we're going to take him in this thing. And they're like, don't worry, 2 guards are in there too. They killed the 2 guards. I'm like, what? And then I was like, don't worry, you're going to have to roll pretty much a 18 or higher. Some rolls a nat 20, so they all, like, sneak out of the tavern.
So does that mean, like, you get, like, 3 rolls of, like, a
Nah,
6
like-
die?
No, so you have a die that's got 20 sides to it,
Oh, okay.
and you roll it, and I get to come up with a figure in my head. So I'll be like, this challenge is going to be really hard to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
So you either need to roll, like, say, an 18, and then you have, like, ability scores as your character on your character sheet. You might have, like, plus. For example, if you're climbing, or if you're going to hold a rock above your head, and it's a massive boulder,
Yeah.
right? The size of this house.
Yeah.
And you've got strength +5, and I'm going to say, well, you need to roll a 25 to hold this boulder, because it's an impossible task, right?
Yeah.
And someone rolls a nat 20, then I've got to kind of give it to them
Yeah.
in a
that's
way.
it.
There is some things that you can be like, nah, mate, you can't do that.
Yeah, you physically cannot beat it.
Yeah, but very rarely.
That's right. So, do you remember that glue paste at school when you're in
Shit you
primary
eat?
school? Yeah.
Or like the glue stick.
No, like the one that used to come in the tubs.
Is it PVA glue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You eat that?
Nope.
You drink it?
Nope.
Oh, you use it for lube.
Yeah. Trust me, shit gets sticky.
I did the. Do you do the cobwebs over your glue stick?
That was with the little yellow stick though.
Yeah.
You'd rub the spot and then you'd spread your
You
fingers.
spread your fingers, yeah. And
Yeah.
you used to do the cobweb on the back.
Man, you know what? School was fun, but it was shit as well.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I did not enjoy school at all until it was like year 11 and 12.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only time I enjoyed school was probably primary school was my favourite. High school was just shit.
I had a couple bad moments in high school, but like I don't really ever hate my schooling.
Oh, I just didn't enjoy the people that I was around,
Yeah.
or the people that were there. Like, I just didn't feel like I was.
Were you like hitting good grades though? Were you like?
Nope.
Oh no. That's right. Either was I. Like I got 30% in like music.
For some reason, I got an A in religion, and I have no idea how.
How do you get an A in religion?
My religion teacher was a music teacher.
Oh, and you like music?
I didn't
Did
do
you jam
music.
with him?
No.
I used to. So my sports teachers were like the hardest teachers on like in duty.
Yeah.
And I used to play cricket with one of my sports teachers outside of school.
Yeah.
And I remember there was like 5 boys, and including myself, well, not including myself. All our shirts were untucked, and he's like, Josh, tuck your shirt in. and they all got demerits for having their shirts untucked.
Holy shit,
And
you
I-
got demerits as well?
Yeah, and I turned around, was sticking my fingers up at them, going, "Yeah, sucked in."
Holy.
And the thing is, they all got double demerits because they all had their top buttons undone.
Wow.
For me, like, he didn't even notice I had my top button undone, so I just like kept
See,
walking.
we weren't that strict. Well, the only time we had to have our shirts tucked in was when we hit year 10 and up.
Yeah, right.
But, like,
Really? Like,
not really many people did it. Like, the teachers at the end of it could not give a shit.
well, shout out to Marta Maria, Prison on the Hill. You really stick it to us.
Yes. So, and now...
But have you noticed how weird is that? Like, I told you about the glue stick thing, and you did it, and we're born on like the opposite sides of the Sydney.
Yeah, well, I'm in the bush. Josh is in the city, or
In the
beaches.
sea.
Yeah, and we pretty much sort of...
And different age groups as well. Like,
Yeah,
we're
well, Josh is
4 years
4
apart.
years higher than me.
Yeah.
So, but that's funny. Like, when our thing was, because of 4 terms in a school year here in Australia, the term just before Christmas and the term after Christmas is summer terms, and then the ones in the middle of the year are winter. Those 2 in the middle, you have to wear a blazer.
Oh, yeah, we had to do that as well. Yeah.
Entering the school and leaving the school.
Not in the school?
In
Oh,
the
I don't
school,
think we
in
did
in
that.
the school as well. If you didn't have if you were cold, put your blazer on. If you were really cold, put your jumper, then your blazer on. You couldn't just have your jumper.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever do the, you know how you have the wrist things here,
Yep.
and then like the hem part of the wrist?
Like your wrist cuff.
Yeah. Did you ever like cut holes in that and stick your finger through the hole so the wrist part came up around your thumb?
I'm not a faggot.
No.
No way.
I actually
couldn't do
never
that.
did that, but I've seen people do
I
that.
couldn't imagine it. Like
No. Yeah, it's like
restricting
people,
your.
no.
It's like
But a lot of them, I guess, probably would have broken over time, like and busted it. Because I did see a few that were like busted out.
But I could never do that. But like I was always, ever since the lunch, I was always sporty. So I
Yeah.
didn't actually really wear a jumper unless like it was in the morning
Yeah.
because of how cold it was. Halfway through the day, if I didn't play because it was raining or anything like that. Then I'd put it on again, of course. But yeah, didn't really get in much trouble. The only thing was we used to have to wear long pants no matter what.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Well, the school used, because I kept going to school and it was sweating my balls off and it was just not comfortable at all. In summer, like where I was, it's like 40 degrees, 45 degrees on some days.
Oh, you guys would have been hotter than what I would have been.
And this was at the stage where air conditioning was only still like properly getting installed, right? So,
Open those windows, bad boy.
and even that, you'd rather just sit in the sun.
Yeah.
But so we went to what are those people called that sew and stuff?
Oh.
It starts with an A, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so we would go to. Oh man, it's really gonna get me.
A sewer.
Yeah, let's just call her a sewer, right?
A nanny. A nan always sews.
No. So we got them to actually cut my pants in half so they were just above my knee, and then she folded them and she sewed them together, so I actually had school shorts.
Yeah, right.
I started wearing them to school and the teacher was like, no.
I'm not going to borrow that.
Well, once one person saw me wearing them, then the whole school saw me wearing them. A few weeks later, mate, the boys were all wearing them. And I'm telling you now, it's actually now a part of the school uniform for summer. Right. So
rebellion, see?
And I got in trouble for like twice, and my dad was literally like, if you're getting in trouble, just tell them to call me. Tell them to shove it up their ass.
Yeah.
Because what do they expect you to do? Not go and have fun?
Yeah, exactly.
Supposed to enjoy yourself while you're there as well.
I don't like our schooling system. I don't believe in a lot of things they preach. Like, for example, I went to a Catholic school.
Yep.
So I had to learn about religion, right? Now, with that, they also taught science.
Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Oh, he never had Bill. Actually, I got in trouble for my science teacher because he made a joke in class, and me and my mates like kept making. He accidentally called one of our students like his daughter.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, look at your daughter!" And he's like, "Shut!" He came over. He's usually a really relaxed dude. He's like, "If you say that again," and I was like, "Oh, sorry, bro."
Want to see these hands?
Yeah. Want to play some fisticuffs?
Yeah.
But like, I got in after-school detention from my religious teacher.
Yep.
Because he's like, "So, what's your belief on like what did Jesus?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't feel like answering that, sir." And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." And he's like, "Come on, Josh, spit it out." I was like, "Nah, I don't think this is the right place and the time that I'll just be alright." And he's like, No, come on, tell him. I was like, "Look, I just don't believe in God." What? And I was like, "Yeah, I just think the Bible, it's a great book, great story, but that's as much as it is. It's just a book of stories, and it's the bestseller, and I have full respect. There's probably a dude called Jesus. It's just my belief." And then I was like digging myself a hole, man. He's like, "Get outside." I was like, "Oh, fuck."
But how can you get in trouble for something that is your beliefs?
Yeah, but you like, if you really want to go on like that side of things, like, I really believe like churches, they're kind of like in a way a cult if you think about it. Like, I understand they've got to make money, so like, don't get me wrong there, but like, and that's just my belief. I believe there's a higher power, and Christians call it God. Other people call it Buddha and so forth.
Yeah.
But I just believe that there's a higher power that we don't have control of.
Yeah.
So there's too many things, like, you know, Jesus was born on the 25th of December, and so were many other people.
No, he wasn't.
25th of December.
Oh shit! Don't quote me, mate. Today's not the day for ask me about dates.
Easter that we just had was apparently when he resurrected.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. No, that's the day he was born. Wasn't it Easter?
That's why we get presents at Christmas time.
Oh my god, I got to get rid of that. Don't keep that one in.
I've actually heard some wacky stories, like where he was born. There was a hill and it's full of magic mushrooms and stuff. But there got to be some trippers that are telling me that stuff.
Well, I've had someone come up to me. No, someone that I knew. And we're talking, I'm on the train. And she goes to me, "A gold coin's actually gold." Oh, I want to slap that bitch. I was like...
You reckon they'll be worth that much money?
I was like, of course. No.
I was worried there. I'm looking at you like,
They're made
made
out of brass, aren't they?
Yeah, something like that.
That's
There's
why
gold.
they're so soft.
But you know, like on the $2 coin, the Aboriginal guy on it. Like, do you ever know his story?
Nope.
Like, how is that even not explained in our schooling system?
Yeah.
Like the Aboriginal dude there was a massive car of like 100, well, 20 people. I don't know how many.
Wait, maybe I know the story, but go on.
But he was the only survivor.
Yeah.
Out of that massacre.
Wait, wasn't that the biggest massacre of Aboriginal people?
Yeah, it was something like that. I don't remember. I don't retain all the information properly, but
yeah.
And we'll do an episode on Aboriginals and lifestyle and stuff, and we'll get that confirmed. But
yeah,
like, you know, that should be taught in schools, and that's part of our history and heritage and stuff.
Yeah.
But going back to Jesus and talking about arts and stuff, who do you reckon painted the 12? You know where Jesus sitting at that table with like his 12 disciples or something like that?
Yeah.
I wonder if they got to paint that, or is that just like
the 13th that they killed after?
You reckon?
Yeah.
Or is that proven fact?
I have no idea, but I thought it was a cool theory.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bloody
the 13th that killed Jesus.
Yeah, he's the one that put him on the cross.
Yes, painting, plan coming together.
Oh shit, no.
That sells for like, imagine that went on the market today. Like, if that painting went on the market, that'd be millions of dollars.
I reckon it would be $1 billion. $1 billion.
$1 billion?
Yeah, because think about it. That is a very, very, very old
painting.
And like, Christ itself is like massive. Like
Yeah, I
there's
think it
like-
is the biggest religion, or it's the second biggest.
So like imagine the people that actually like have that money would spend on it. Like they would think that if they bought that, they would have fucking internal good luck
Yeah.
or like faith behind them. But it's not like that. But someone in their right mind might think that.
Yeah.
If it was to go up. And I'd be like, I wish I could have that money to throw away.
Because I wouldn't be throwing it on that.
No.
Those Christians are going to hate us on this podcast. They're going to be like, unsubscribe. No, but look, like, you know, I'm not religious, so I wouldn't spend my money on that.
I don't think I could spend my money on that, even if I was religious either. Like, if someone said to me, if it was a realistic price, and they're like, you can have it for that, yeah, I'd probably buy it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't put millions on it, or billions on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like that Logan Paul, how he's doing his NFT thing.
Yeah, the 99 originals.
What did the second one go for?
I have no idea. The first one went for 60 grand.
60 grand.
60 or 70 grand. I'll just quickly figure out what that third one was.
Cryptocurrency's dropping, so it's probably not that much in Ethereum now.
Yeah, it's quite bloody crazy.
Like I had $800 in like 2 months ago. Now I'm down to less than $5.
Yeah, well, think about it. This Mike Tyson one, number 33, is already at 40 grand. But it's literally like Mike Tyson.
Oh, it is Mike Tyson.
Yeah, like you get that.
You took a photo of Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson pigeons, because Mike Tyson loves his pigeons.
Yeah, right.
Like
he's definitely the pigeon man, eh?
Yeah, but like he's not doing one by one, like number 1, number 2, number 3.
Yeah,
he's doing like automatic. So he invests in an NFT called Board 8.
Yeah.
Right. So he made a real life one look like one of the NFTs that he actually has.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
because I remember you're going to try and make a YouTube video, like trying to see if you could grab one, but
I would love to have the opportunity to have one, but it's unrealistic.
Yeah.
I can't spend $50,000, $60,000 on that. I don't have that money.
That much money.
Like, I would be absolutely thrilled if I could throw that money and stuff like that around. But I just can't. Like, and that's where I understand, like, people that are doing that, like, they want a good chunk after their project's finished, but how can people like us afford stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know, and that's the part that...
And that's how the rich
sucks.
get richer and, you know, the poor get poorer.
Yeah, but I think it also has to do with, like, the way you go about it as well. Like, we're trying to hustle.
Yeah.
We just haven't been able to get to there yet. So it's kind of...
But, you know, you can't start... Like, it's the same thing with like, my miniature painting. If I just picked it up, painted that figure, and got criticised by that wanker, and was like, oh, like, my board when I play Zombicide would look like shit. But now, I just persevered, and I painted all my figures. Now, they're not crash hot, but when you're looking at a board from bloody, 40 centimeters away and just moving them around, like, they don't need to be crash hot. It just adds colour to the game, and it's better than having grey figures where you're picking them up going, is that a runner or is that a walk? Oh, that's a runner, okay. Now it's all painted and you're like, oh, that's a runner there, and that's a fatty, and that's this, and that's that. And yeah.
No,
so
it's good. That's what you want. Like, so maybe we'll have an episode with like NFTs, and like, honestly, I don't have much information about it, but
we can put one of your mates on.
Yeah, get someone on, have a chat to them. I know we've got a few things in the pipeline at the moment. We're just not going to confirm until we properly know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got a few guests popping on in the next few weeks.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Yeah, so I think we might wrap this one up. See how this one ends up.
Yeah, first time recording in front of each other.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I feel pretty comfortable now. At the start, I was a bit...
I think it was just getting used to it, like how we've
But
seen
you know
it
what?
before.
We're always like this at the start. We're always cracking jokes and saying
Like
weird voices over the mics before we start.
We can't take each other seriously until we actually start recording.
Yeah.
And even then, we might have to press the record button like 3 or 4 times before we
To
actually
get started.
Getting
Yeah.
to go. Like,
Kick it off.
okay, we're actually not joking around now.
Or if we get like a good momentum at the start where we're like...
Yeah, we just continue on for that.
Yeah, we're like,
So,
start.
but I think...
I've got one question. What I think art for me is like, it's just an ability to be good at something. Like sports people, they've got an art, like it's their craft. You know, their ability to work like for footy, rugby league in Australia, you know, like how they pass the ball, read the play, like that's an art. Like what do you believe your art is?
I think my art is reading people. I think I can read people pretty well.
Yeah.
And when I say read people, I mean by understanding what their emotional state is at that present time.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm good at that. Or communicating across, like, to be positive with people. But it could also be disc golf.
Yeah, that's cool. I'd like to do an episode on disc golf.
Yeah. Like, I've played disc golf for probably 4 or 5 months, but I've had a massive break since then. I haven't been able to play since Christmas because just haven't had time to go. This weather here in New South Wales, where we are at the moment, is just atrocious. Like, when you want to play, it's just wet and sloppy.
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable, and when you got to drive a fair way away to go, you want it to be nice so you can at least get some proper practice in.
But you started off like, not saying like bad, but like, you know, you did stuff and then you became obsessed and then you got pretty good quick.
Yeah, for some reason, hand-eye coordination stuff just comes to me like really naturally. I know I'm like blowing my head up a bit, but like I just know I am that way. Like just throwing the frisbee or the disc, I like knew how to throw it before they asked. Like I even grabbed it.
I think you have a really good fine eye for attention to detail.
When it comes to things like
especially like watching YouTube videos.
When I was watching YouTube videos, I would even just be watching people play, and I'd be like, "Wait a second, he just spread his thumb that little extra, and it just leveled it out so much more."
Yeah.
And I'm like, no one teaches you that. I just learned that from watching people play, and it's like, that's just a lot of attention to detail. So it's just understanding, knowing the fundamentals. Like with everything, fundamentals are key to starting.
Yeah.
Like with our job, we're sign writers, so laying up decals and stuff. We're teaching a 63 or 5-year-old.
No, he's 60. He turned 60 this year.
60-year-old. How to lay up a decent sized sign for the first time ever, and I taught him all the fundamentals. The next day, Josh was watching and was helping him out a little bit.
I just taught him like my way, like your way, and then I taught him like my way, which is not. It is different, but not by heaps. And then I just said, look, you're gonna learn. You might learn another way, and then then he's like, yeah, I'll find my own way. And I went, that's exactly it, mate.
Yeah, and like, he's got some fucking knowledge on him. Like when I say knowledge, he's just got so much shit junked up in his head.
Yeah.
That like he could
put him on.
He can splurt out for like 4 hours and be
he's actually
quiet.
really knowledgeable on history as well.
Yeah, I was talking to him today about the
like Romans and stuff.
Yeah, about the
Julius.
No.
Julius Caesar and stuff. He knows all that.
Yeah, but he actually watches that stuff because he is interested about it.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the pyramids.
Oh yeah.
About the big blocks and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna do an episode on that.
Yeah, I want
for
to
sure.
Yeah, we might have
that'd be like a part 1, 2.
Yeah, we might have to go to a library.
Yeah.
Read a few books, or even maybe find a historian that knows a bit about.
Maybe we'll look at Sydney Museum. We'll do like a day trip out there if they've got like a pyramid special on or something like that.
Yeah.
Would be pretty cool.
Go for a read.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do a few whisper sessions in the room.
Yeah, that's it. We're
So-
looking at this great painting of a pyramid.
And I have no idea what it is. So, but
Yeah, that.
if you enjoyed, please like, share, comment, subscribe, follow whatever platform you're listening to.
That's it. Tell your friends and family.
Yep. Be sure to look at the website, as we do leave the website down in the link below, so you can look at all the information that we speak about today.
Yeah.
With the subjects that we brought up. So
If you listen to an episode on a previous week, we do have information of those weeks. You just have to go searching. It's in one of the tabs.
yes. So my name's Kyle,
And I'm Josh.
and we're the listeners.
Keep being creative, everyone.
That's
See ya.
it. Bye.